This postseason broadcast of high school sports on the ND Sports Channel has been made possible by our many sponsor partners and has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. All right, welcome to the Skyhawks and the Warbirds. We'll join 103.9 The Truck here in about 3 minutes. Until then, we'll have the starting lineups live here on the ND Sports Channel. All right, thanks a lot, Jim, and welcome to 103.9 The Truck here to the Bismarck Event Center. And my name is Mike Mason. Our studio producer for this afternoon's game is Jeremy McIntyre. And I apologize there as I'm trying to hit a couple buttons so I can hear myself. There we go. Now we're set to go. So we are at the Bismarck Event Center here for the semifinal consolation round between the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks and the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. It's going to be what's the words I'm looking for here? Usually sports broadcasters are supposed to remain mutual as possible, but this will be a tough game for me because I am a big Region 1 fan of all the Region 1 sports, covering Region 1 for the past 3 years or so, and usually all in on the Region 1 teams that make it to the state tournament, but then they have to square off against my former high school, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. So I'll be mutual by being excited for both teams there. That much I can promise you for sure. The starting lineups for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds: Luke Furch, Eli Jelinek, Wyatt Harless, Aaron Bowen-Stingle, and Izzy Vasquez. Tip is in the air, and it's controlled by the Skyhawks into the hands of Kanan Fagerlin, a 5'9" junior wearing number 1. Matthew Reap, a 6'1" junior wearing number 2. Trey Brunel, a 5'11" sophomore wearing number 5. And a 6'1" sophomore, Jaden Mitzel, wearing number 32. And a 6'9" junior, number 55, Macaulay Young. Jaden Mitzel gets the first bucket for the Skyhawks, and the Skyhawks lead 2-0. There's Bowen-Stingle tying it up. It's 2-2. Trey Brunel usually coming in off the bench, but in the Shiloh game against Bishop Ryan in the third quarter yesterday, their other starter, which happens to be the only senior on the team, the 6'2" senior Jonas Mitzel, got injured on a layup in the third quarter when he got fouled, and there's a three-pointer from the corner by Trey Brunel. Jonas Mitzel was going in for a layup in the third quarter, and he got fouled, and he ended up going into the tent. They looked at him. They took him to the hospital for a ruptured spleen, so unfortunately that's going to put an early end to his senior season as a Skyhawk basketball player, but we wish him all the best. Shot up there by Harless is no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Matthew Reap. It is 5-2. Off the three-pointer by Trey Brunel, the 5'11" sophomore, and there's another three. Kanan Fagerlin hits the triple, and the Skyhawks get an early 8-2 lead over the Warbirds. It's Vasquez now looking in near post. That's Bowen-Stingle. Makes a move to the left and tried to get over the 6'9" Young. But that shot a little bit too strong, and Matthew Reap will pull down the defensive board. Reap now looks into the corner for Brunel. Brunel back up top to Reap. Reap looking inside for Young at the high post near side of the lane. Now that's Mitzel, baseline jumper up, and it bounces in. Jaden Mitzel with 4 points now, and it's 10-2. The Skyhawks have the lead. Luke Furch coming down the near side of the lane, and that shot is up, and he'll roll around. Nice offensive board there for Aaron Bowen-Stingle, and he'll get the bucket to go in. And now it's a 6-point game as the Warbirds have 4. Reap driving in, almost lost the ball, then got the ball back. Now a loose ball and a battle for it. Goes up court into the hands of Luke Furch. One-on-one against Fagerlin, and Fagerlin will strip it out of the hands of Luke Furch on his way to the basket, and that will go out of bounds, and it'll remain Warbird ball. And it'll actually be a foul on Fagerlin. That puts Luke Furch at the Hunter Insurance free throw line. Free throw up and in. Cuts the lead in half. It's 10-5. Skyhawks over the Warbirds. Furch second free throw, up and in. Now it's 10-6, so after a quick start by the Skyhawks, the Warbirds are getting themselves back into this one. 5:24 to go here, first quarter of play. Into the corner, it's Brunel. Now loose ball into the lane. Picked up by Mitzel. Mitzel kicks it outside. Reap for three from the corner. It's up and in. And the Skyhawks, their last 3 baskets have been three-pointers. 13-6, 5:05 to go here, first quarter of play. Warbirds have the ball. Furch will put it into the hands of Bowen-Stingle. Bowen-Stingle looking down low. Furch reverse layup, can't get it to go. Got his own offensive board, missed it again. Got another offensive board, and then the ball is tapped out of bounds, and it will remain with the Warbirds. Skyhawk fans right behind me. Warbird fans on the opposite side of the gym right in front of me. Skyhawk student section to the far right. Warbird student section to my near left. Bowen-Stingle into the paint, kicks it out. Jelinek, long two from the baseline, won't go. Ball's tipped around into the hands of Bowen-Stingle. Back to Jelinek, now up top to Harless, and Harless will reset. Harless being guarded by Reap. Gets it into the hands there of Vasquez, and Fagerlin will try and take it away. However, a jump ball on that possession arrow will favor the Warbirds. 13-6, 4:31 to go here in the first quarter of play. Furch will have it up top, being guarded there by Brunel. Furch gets into the hands of Vasquez on the near wing. Vasquez looking around, nice pass down low to Luke Furch, and he got to go in, and that makes it 13-8. It's a 5-point game. Fagerlund will bring it over the timeline for the Skyhawks. 4:07 to go here, first quarter of play. Over to Reap. Reap puts it into the corner for Mitzel. Mitzel drives baseline, gets it to Young at the high post, makes a move into the paint, and the shot is partially blocked by Bowenstengel into the hands of Wyatt Harless. Harless over the timeline, now comes into the free throw line, pops it out top. Bowenstengel for three, brushes the front of the net, and Mitzel will pull down the rebound for the Skyhawks. Mitzel bounce pass to Fagerlund in between the circles. 3:41 to go, first quarter of play. Reap now on the near wing, puts it into the corner for Brunel, back to Reap. Reap thought about the three, now drives into the lane. That pass is tipped by Vasquez, and it'll fly out of bounds, and it'll remain Skyhawk ball, stopping the clock with 3:33 to go here in the first quarter of play. Once again, on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard, it's 13-8, Shiloh over Wyndmere Lidgerwood here late part of the first quarter. Inbounds pass is intended for Young, and then it was stripped away by Jelinek. And Young wanted a foul. Whistle did blow, and it will be a foul on the Skyhawks. So Skyhawks got the foul, but they thought the foul would be on the Warbirds and not them. Inbounds pass comes to Furch. Furch over the timeline with 3:25 to go now. Gets the screen and a bounce handoff pass there to Jelinek. Jelinek now to Harless, driving into the lane. He lost it off his knee out of bounds. That'll be a turnover and go back to the Skyhawks. Substitution now for the Skyhawks. Coming in, the 5'9" junior Michael Cohen. They'll give Young a breather on the bench. And now Matthew Reap, the 6'1" junior, over the timeline, gets in the hands of Brunel, back to Reap at the top of the key. Reap being guarded by Furch. Over to Brunel, back to Reap. Reap looks to his right side, puts it into the hands of Cohen. Cohen back to Reap, back to Cohen. Catch and shoot three, near wing, up, in and out, won't go. And the rebound comes down into the hands of Kelly Heidkamp. Heidkamp, a 6'5" senior for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, gives it up to Furch. Furch back to Heidkamp, loose ball inside, stripped away and poked into the hands of Matthew Reap, the 6'1" junior for Shiloh Christian. Brunel into the corner, baseline jumper, Mitzel up and in. Check that, Josh Lardy up and in. 2:33 to go here, first quarter of play. Skyhawks lead 15-8 over the Warbirds. That's Harless looking inside, Heidkamp off the glass and in. 2:20 to go here, first quarter of play. 15-10, Shiloh with a 5-point lead over the Warbirds. Top of the key, Matthew Reap for the Skyhawks, puts it into the hands of Brunel. Catch and shoot three, up, no good. Back rim, offensive board there by Mitzel, and he puts it up and in off the glass. Jaden Mitzel has 6 points in this game now. Minute 57 to go, 17-12. Down low, that is going to be Evan Broughton. Broughton out to Harless for the three-pointer, and he got it. That's the first triple of the game for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, and that pulls the Warbirds within 4. 17-13. Up top now, Matthew Reap for the Skyhawks. Over to Brunel, who was wide open for a three. He'll give it to Mitzel down low. Mitzel looks inside. Now a battle for the ball. Comes back out. Brunel for three, and he got it. Brunel with 6 points now, both of them from behind the three-point arc. And it's 20-13, Shiloh Christian with the lead. A minute 17 to go, first quarter of play on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. Furch, Jelinek, high post now into Harless. Back over outside wing, catch and shoot. Jelinek won't go, back rim. Loose ball rebound, goes down into the hands of Jelinek, who runs in to, that is Lardy, Josh Lardy, a 6'1" sophomore for the Skyhawks. And that will be Wyndmere Lidgerwood ball. Substitution now for the Warbirds. Furch will come out, and Bowenstengel will come in. Caden Fagerlund comes in, gives Brunel a breather on the bench for the Skyhawks. 20-13, a minute 3 to go. Inbounds pass comes into Wyatt Harless. Harless now top of the key, dribbles over near wing. That puts it into the hands of Chance Buchholz. Buchholz looking inside. Broughton off the glass, a little too strong, but he got his own rebound. Out to Harless for the 3. No, that one won't go in. Another offensive rebound by Broughton. This time the board is pulled down by the Skyhawks. And back the other way in transition, Jaden Mitzel stops at the free throw line. That one won't go in. Harless pulls down the rebound. Check that. That was Buchholz with the rebound. Now he'll give it to Harless. Harless bounce pass near wing to Connor Barton. Barton, ball above his head, now looks high post there for Bowenstengel. Bowenstengel pitches it into the hands of Wyatt Harless, who will get the high post jumper to go in. Pulls the Warbirds within 5. It's 20-13. Fagerlund crosses the timeline with 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 8 seconds now. Reap, catch and shoot 3. Near wing is up. Missed it to the left side of the window. 3 seconds to go. Loose ball. 3/4 court shot at the buzzer. It hits just misses the hoop to the left side. It had enough distance, but not enough accuracy. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks leading the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds by 5. 20-15 on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. Back in 60 seconds with the second quarter here on 103.9 The Truck. Did you miss your son's 45-yard touchdown catch or your daughter's center field home run because the radio station was still in a commercial break? The average basketball broadcast is 75 minutes, so you'll never hear 40 minutes of commercials during a basketball game on the ND Sports Channel. We cap our airtime on commercials per sport so we can focus on the game being played and deliver to you every single play that happens on the field, the court, or the ice here on the ND Sports Channel. As a result, our sponsors get the most exposure at a very inexpensive rate, and with multiple sponsorship packages available, you have the option to save even more money. We would love to have you as a member on our team, and roster space is limited, so contact the ND Sports Channel today. Shoot us an email, ndsportschannel@gmail.com, or call us at 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota High School Sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel, powered by MixLR.com at MixLR.com/ND Sports Channel. All right, welcome back as we start the second quarter of play here on 103.9 The Truck, and I want to listen to all the Skyhawk fans, or welcome all the Skyhawk fans listening online. Skyhawks have the ball. And now a whistle will stop the clock with 7:44 to go here in the second quarter of play. Once again, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks lead the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 20-15 here. That was our first quarter score. No change in that score in the first 16 seconds of the second quarter. Inbounds pass comes to Young. Young makes a move in the paint, puts it up, and it won't go. Bowenstengel pulls down the rebound, pitches it over to the far side of the court into the hands of Luke Furch. Furch brings it over the timeline, gets a screen from Bowenstengel around Brunel, now feeds it into Bowenstengel into the line. And Bowenstengel will get the bucket, and he has 6 points now to open up the scoring here in the second quarter, and the Warbirds are within 3. 20-17, Trey Brunel on the near wing for the Skyhawks. Up top, Mitzel drives in, free throw line, punches it outside there. That is Josh Lardy. Lardy over to Brunel, near wing. He dribbles up near the top of the key. Now he'll pull the trigger on the 3, and he got it. Trey Brunel with 9 points, all 9 of them behind the three-point arc. 23-17, 6:55 to go. Furch, corner 3, Harless up, and no, that one won't go in. Bowenstengel gets the rebound over Young. Bowenstengel baseline jumper up, no good. Brunel pulls down the rebound for the Skyhawks. Back the other way, now comes Shiloh Christian, and that's Fagerlund driving into the lane, and it's going to be a charging foul on Caden Fagerlund. That'll be his second. That'll stop the clock with 6:36 to go here in the second quarter of play on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. It's 23-17. Skyhawks have the lead. Substitution for the Skyhawks. Young comes out, and Michael Cohen, comes in for the Skyhawks. Top of the key, it's Bowenstengel. Now Harless on the near wing. Looking down low, there's a whistle and a foul as the pass went in to Luke Furch. I'll stop the clock with 6:21 to go here in the second quarter of play. Now another substitution for the Skyhawks. Reap will get a breather on the bench. Inbounds pass comes to Furch. Furch up top, Harless, catch and shoot three off the back iron, no good. Brunel pulls down the rebound for the Skyhawks and dishes it off in the backcourt there to Fagerlund, who'll cross the timeline with 6:07 to go. Pitches it near side there, that's Kuhn. Now top of the key, Mitzel for three, and he got it. Jaden Mitzel, the 6'1 sophomore for Shiloh Christian with 9 points now. Let's put it this way, Izzy Vasquez, that's his nickname. Ishmael is what I was trying to say. Gets in the hands of Jelinek. Down here on the near baseline, Bowen Stingle now back up top to Furch. Furch switches direction, almost lost the ball. Goes into the hands of Bowen Stingle, his shot up no good. Now a loose ball will come down into the hands of Vasquez. Vasquez back up top, now to Jelinek, now over to Furch. Furch dribbles left, switches direction, back up top, catch and shoot three. Vasquez, that one will bounce around and off and into the hands of Josh Lardy. Lardy will pitch it into the hands of Brunel. Brunel will bring it over the timeline for the Skyhawks. Top of the key now, Fagerlund. Fagerlund into the corner, Mitzel wide open for three, and he got it. Jaden Mitzel with back-to-back three-pointers here in the second quarter of play gives the Skyhawks a 12-point lead, 29-17. 4:57 to go here, second quarter of play. Wide open, Jelinek for three, and he missed it. It fell about an inch or two short of the net. Into the hands of Fagerlund now, over the timeline. Fagerlund's going to get fouled by Vasquez at the top of the key, and that'll stop the clock with 4:46 to go. 29 on the shot clock for the Skyhawks off the inbounds pass. Cole Walth, a 5'4 sophomore for the Skyhawks, will check in. And that will give Fagerlund a breather on the bench, and we have a timeout on the floor. On the Erickson tax service scoreboard, Skyhawks lead the Warbirds 29-17. Back after this on 103.9 The Truck. Since the ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017, we certainly have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel. All right, welcome back. Coming out of the Valley Points Equipment timeout. On the Erickson tax service scoreboard, it's the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 29 and the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 17. The Skyhawks have hit a grand total of 7 three-pointers in this game. Reap, shot up, no good. Broughton pulls down the rebound for the Warbirds, pitches it in the hands of Bowen Stingle, who shoots it up court into the hands of Furch. Furch across the timeline, being guarded by Brunel. Now over to the far wing to Vasquez. Vasquez, ball above his head, goes up top. Bowen Stingle feeds Broughton down low. Loose ball comes into the hands of Jelinek. 8-foot baseline jumper up and in. Eli Jelinek with his first bucket of the game pulls the Warbirds within 10. Reap puts it into the hands of, that is the 5'4 sophomore Cole Walth. Loose ball now up court, and it's tipped and stolen away by Reap, and then Reap stepped out of bounds on the, he grabbed the interception, the baseball pass down the court. Reap tipped it in bounds, then he stepped out of bounds and then touched the ball again when he thought he was in bounds, and that will give the ball back to the Warbirds. Vasquez will inbound it. Free throw line extended far side on the far sideline. 3:59 to go, second quarter of play. 29-18 is their score. Skyhawks have the lead over the Warbirds, and now after a short discussion of the officials, we are back to action. Inbounds pass comes to Bowen Stingle. Bowen Stingle hands it off up top there to Furch. Furch, Vasquez, far wing, ball above his head, looking down low, goes up top to Broughton. Now near side, Jelinek down low to Bowen Stingle. Across the lane to Broughton, and it's up and in, and Broughton will get the and one opportunity. As for the first time tonight, one of these two teams steps up to the Hunter Insurance free throw line, and it comes at the 3:43 mark of the second quarter of play. 29-21, Broughton can pull his team within 7, and he misses the free throw. But it's an offensive rebound for Vasquez. Gives it back up top, free throw line. Broughton looking down low. Jelinek off the glass and in. 6-point lead for the Skyhawks now, 29-23. As Fagerlund brings it over the timeline with 3:25 to go. Second quarter of play. That's Brunel. Brunel over to Reap. Reap fakes left, goes right, punches it back into the corner. Fagerlund drives into the lane. Free throw line, kicks it out far corner for Brunel. Bounce pass into the free throw line area there for Mitzel. And then off the baseline jumper there, that shot was no good by Josh Lardy, and Furch pulls down the rebound for the Warbirds. 29-23, 3 minutes to go, second quarter of play. Warbirds trail by 6, and they have the ball. Nice look inside. Vasquez off the window and up and in for his first bucket of the game. 29-25 is our score. 2:43 to go. Shot up down at the other end by Mitzel. Just misses off the back iron, and Vasquez pulls down the rebound. So the Warbirds can cut this to a 3 or 2 point lead on this possession. Down low, Broughton has the ball, and he got it in off the glass over 3 defenders. 29-27. Skyhawks jumped out to an earlier lead, and now the Warbirds have battled back. Both of these teams played very good games yesterday, but just fell short in the quarterfinal. Shiloh fell short to Bishop Ryan yesterday, and Wyndmere Lidgerwood fell short to a very good St. John Woodchucks team yesterday. An offensive foul on the Skyhawks. I didn't see who it was on, but the ball will go back to Wyndmere Lidgerwood as a result. Josh Lardy will get a breather on the bench for the Skyhawks, and checking into the lineup will be Macaulay Young, the 6'9 junior. Broughton, far wing, now it's Jelinek. Jelinek fakes left, goes right, into the paint, kicks it back out top to Furch. Furch through 3 defenders and strong off the glass. Furch gets it to go in, and he has 6 points now, and we're tied up at 29. It's the first tie of the game, and it happens at the 1:37 mark of the second quarter. Prior to that, Shiloh had the lead for all the first quarter and a majority of the second quarter of play. Now we're tied up at 29, and down at the other end, it's a Wyndmere Lidgerwood foul. It'll stop the clock at the minute 28, and the Skyhawks will inbound it from the baseline on the near side of the hoop down at the far end of the court. Skyhawks going from left to right as I see it. Warbirds going from right to left as I see it here from my broadcast station here at the Bismarck Event Center. Fagerlund on the near wing. Shoots it up top to Mitzel. Mitzel stutter step, tried to drive in, comes back out. Long 2 out the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound comes down to Jelinek. A 2-on-4 for the Warbirds, and now the Warbirds will slow it down. Pump it into the corner. Connor Barton drives baseline, traveled. No, it's a jump ball. Thought it for a moment there it might have been a travel on Connor Barton, but it ends up being a jump ball. So that stops the clock with 1:07 to go here in the first half of play. All tied up at 29 apiece here on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. Warbirds have the inbounds pass from the baseline on the near side of the hoop. It comes into Broughton. Broughton up top now into the near corner. Buchholz for 3, and it bounced around. It stayed up there for what seemed like an eternity, and then the rebound comes down to Young, and he'll pitch it up to Brunel. Brunel up to Mitzel now in the corner, back to Brunel. No, check that. That was Kuhn, excuse me. Kuhn to Brunel, now to Reap, looking down low for Young. Turn around in the paint, got it. Macaulay Young with his first bucket of the game. Coming at with 40 seconds remaining, gives the Skyhawks the lead once again. With 37 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Back the other way now, Warbirds have the ball. That is Barton. Barton to Buchholz. Buchholz looking down for, that is Furch. And Furch, at first I thought that was a clean block by Macaulay Young, but they're gonna charge him with a personal foul. Foul or not, it's hard to get a layup over that guy. Stands just a couple inches shy of 7 feet tall. Furch at the free throw line. And Furch is a perfect 3 of 3 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line in this game. Macaulay Young will get a breather on the bench, and coming in for the Skyhawks will be the 6'1 sophomore Josh Lardy, wearing jersey number 24. Furch, second free throw, up and in. He is a perfect 4 of 4 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line in this game, and he has 8 points. 4 in the first quarter, 4 in the second quarter. Shot clock off, 15 seconds to go. Reap, near wing, Brunel kicks it out, far wing, I believe that's Kuhn. 7 seconds to go. Reap, driving in, outside, Brunel for 3, 2 seconds, he got it! Brunel with 12 points, 6 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, all 12 from beyond the three-point arc. That brings us to halftime with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks leading the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 34-31 at halftime. We'll take a break and come back with your halftime numbers in 4 minutes here on 103.9 The Truck. The ND Sports Channel is your online home for high school sports. The ND Sports Channel covers more North Dakota high school sporting events featuring both Class A and Class B schools than any other online or on-air radio station. The ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017 with girls high school volleyball. Now, the ND Sports Channel is also your online home for boys and girls high school basketball, boys high school baseball, girls high school softball, boys and girls high school soccer, boys high school football, and boys and girls high school hockey. This is made possible by our amazing sponsors, and you can be on our team roster here at the ND Sports Channel. To find out how you can be a sponsor partner with the ND Sports Channel, contact us. Email us at the email address ndsportschannel@gmail.com or give us a call, 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. We are also on Facebook and Twitter. Website is coming soon. At the ND Sports Channel, we are always looking for ways to improve our broadcast. Also, don't forget that all of our ND Sports Channel broadcasts can be replayed on the ND Sports Channel show reel. It's ND Sports Online on the ND Sports Channel, powered by MixLR. Download the MixLR mobile app on your phone or mobile device, then follow the ND Sports Channel and be alerted every time a game is on the air. Regular season, postseason, and state championships. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel. More of the game is directly ahead. Thanks for listening to North Dakota high school sports on the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss your son's 45-yard touchdown catch or your daughter's center field home run because the radio station was still on a commercial break? The average basketball broadcast is 75 minutes, so you'll never hear 40 minutes of commercials during a basketball game on the ND Sports Channel. We cap our airtime on commercials per sport so we can focus on the game being played and deliver to you every single play that happens on the field, the court, or the ice here on the ND Sports Channel. As a result, our sponsors get the most exposure at a very inexpensive rate, and with multiple sponsorship packages available, you have the option to save even more money. We would love to have you as a member on our team, and roster space is limited, so contact the ND Sports Channel today. Shoot us an email, ndsportschannel@gmail.com, or call us at 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel, powered by MixLR.com at mixlr.com/ND Sports Channel. The ND Sports Channel has done over 75 sports broadcasts, and all those games are available to listen to again on the ND Sports Channel show reel. Follow the ND Sports Channel on MixLR.com and be alerted on your mobile device and by email each and every time a game is happening on the ND Sports Channel. Find that game featuring your son or daughter 24 hours a day on the ND Sports Channel show reel. Just go to MixLR.com/ND Sports Channel and then click on the show reel tab on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. You can like and follow the ND Sports Channel on Facebook and Twitter too. Facebook.com/ND Sports Channel or on Twitter @ND Sports Channel. Stay up to date on our game schedules and other announcements throughout the year on our social media platform. And a website is coming soon. For more information on the ND Sports Channel or to become one of our great appreciated sponsors, email or call today, ndsportschannel@gmail.com or 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel.
Since the ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017, we certainly have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on.
All right, welcome back to the Bismarck Event Center here on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. All the Wyndmere Lidgerwood fans listening on 103.9 The Truck and all the Shiloh Christian fans listening online. Certainly appreciate you tuning into the broadcast here today. We are at halftime on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. It is 34-31, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks lead here at the halftime mark. Shiloh Christian had the lead for all of the first quarter and for about 94% of the second quarter. We were tied with 1:37 to go in the second quarter, and then about 1 minute exactly later, Shiloh Christian would take the lead once again with 37 seconds to go in the second quarter of play. And right now, that's where that lead stands, 34-31. For the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, 2 for 2 in the first quarter from the Hunter Insurance free throw line and 2 of 3 in the second quarter, making them 4 or 5 overall, or 80% from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. For the Skyhawks, no attempts at all in the first half from the free throw line. Let me double check here. Yes, that is correct. No attempts from the free throw line in this game yet for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Individual numbers for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Well, actually, before we get to that, score by quarters, Shiloh led 20-15 at the end of the first quarter. And then the Warbirds outscored the Skyhawks 16-14 in the second quarter, bringing us to our halftime score of Shiloh Christian 34 and Wyndmere Lidgerwood 31. Individual numbers for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds look like this. Luke Furch, 2 of 6 shooting, 4 of 4 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 on the offensive glass, 1 assist, and played for 14 minutes, 56 seconds. Eli Jelinek, 2 of 5 shooting, 0 of 2 from beyond the three-point arc, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 on each side of the glass, 1 personal foul, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Played for 12 minutes, 33 seconds. Connor Barton, no points or stats, but did play for 3 minutes and 55 seconds of that first half of play. Evan Broughton, 2 of 3 shooting for 4 points, 0 of 1 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line, 2 rebounds on the defensive glass, 2 assists, 1 steal, played 8 minutes and 11 seconds of the first half. Wyatt Harless, 2 for 7 shooting, including 1 of 3 from beyond the three-point arc, 5 points overall, 2 offensive rebounds for 2 total, 1 assist, turned the ball over once, and played for 11 minutes and 37 seconds. Chance Buchholz, 0 of 1 shooting, no points, no stats, played for 3 minutes, 35 seconds in the first half of play. Aaron Bowenstengel, 3 of 7 shooting, 0 of 1 from the three-point line. See here, 6 points overall, 3 rebounds on each side of the glass for 6 total, 1 personal foul, 1 assist, and 1 block shot, and 2 steals. Played 11 minutes and 31 seconds. And Izzy Vasquez, 1 of 2 shooting, 0 of 1 from beyond the three-point arc. Let's see here, 2 points overall, 3 rebounds, 2 of the 3 off the offensive glass, 1 personal foul, 1 assist, and played for 9 minutes, 36 seconds. Kelly Heidkamp, 1 of 1 shooting for 2 points, 1 defensive board, 1 turned the ball over once, and played 4 minutes and 6 seconds of the first half. Team numbers for the Warbirds in the first half overall, 13 of 32 for 40% shooting from the floor, 1 of 7 from beyond the three-point arc, and 4 of 5 or 80% from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. For the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, let's see here, Kanan Fagerlund, 1 of 1 shooting. That attempt came from beyond the three-point arc. He has 3 points, 2 personal fouls, 2 assists, turned the ball over once, played 11 minutes, 49 seconds. Matthew Reap, 1 of 3 shooting, 1 of 2 from beyond the three-point arc for 3 points, 1 defensive rebound, 3 assists, and 1 steal, played 14 minutes, 1 second. Michael Kuhn, if I'm saying that correctly, and I apologize if I'm not, 0 of 1 shooting. That attempt came from three-point land. And he had 1 assist, turned the ball over once, played 5 minutes, 24 seconds. Cole Walth, no points, no stats, but played 1 minute, 50 seconds in that first half of play. Trey Brunell, 4 of 5 shooting, all 5 attempts and all 4 makes from beyond the three-point arc. He had 2 of them in the first quarter and 2 in the second quarter. He has 12 points, 2 defensive rebounds. Let's see here. 1 personal foul, 1 assist, turned the ball over once, played 14 minutes and 56 seconds. Josh Lardy, 1 of 2 shooting for 2 points, 2 defensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, turned the ball over once, played for 7 minutes, 14 seconds. Jaden Mitzel, 5 of 8 shooting, 2 of 2 from beyond the three-point arc for 12 points overall. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive for 5 rebounds total, 1 personal foul, 2 assists, turned the ball over once and played an even 16 minutes in the first half. Macaulay Young, 1 of 4 shooting for 2 points, had 1 rebound on the defensive glass, 2 personal fouls, 1 assist, and 1 block shot, and played 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Team totals for the Skyhawks, 13 of 24 shooting overall, including 8 of 11 from beyond the three-point arc, and 34 points to go along with 2 offensive rebounds and 9 defensive rebounds for a total of 11 team rebounds. 7 personal fouls by their players in that first half, 10 assists, 5 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 1 steal for the Skyhawks in the first half. That's going to wrap up your halftime show here, brought to you by TNT Concrete of Fargo. They're now hiring as well, and they do concrete projects for both residential and commercial products. Be sure to visit them online at tntconcreteoffargo.com. We will not have time for a break, so keep it right here as we get ready for the start of the third quarter of play between the Skyhawks and the Warbirds. Once again, as we start the third quarter, Shiloh Christian will have the ball in a 3-point lead, 34-31. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. That means we just started it. Fagerlund now onto the near wing to Reap. Up top to Young, over to Fagerlund, back up top to Brunell. Will put up another 3. That one hit the front of the rim, and that one won't go. Young pulls down the offensive board. Now a loose ball into the hands of Mitzel, and Mitzel puts it in off the glass. He has 14 points now, 36-31, 7:35 to go, third quarter of play. Furch brings it over the timeline. Warbirds going from left to right now as I see it. Harless at the top of the key, pulls in just in front of the three-point line. Long 2 is up and in from about 17 feet away. And Wyatt Harless gets the first bucket of the third quarter for the Warbirds, and it's 36-33. Looking down low now, that's Young, turned around, a little too strong. He gets his own rebound. Little half hook shot from 7 feet up and in for Macaulay Young, and he has 4 points now. Furch will bring it back the other way for the Warbirds. Furch over the timeline. He'll get a screen from Bowen-Stingle, but Brunell will come off that screen. Then Furch will give it to Bowen-Stingle. Bowen-Stingle looks down low. Jelinek, loose ball, gets the ball back into the hands of Harless now. Harless hands it off to Bowen-Stingle at the high post. Now into the corner. I believe that's Harless. The referee was standing in the way. It was Harless. Cross-court pass, opposite corner to Luke Furch. Furch lost the ball. Macaulay Young will strip it away and get credit for the steal. That'll be a turnover for the Warbirds, and the Skyhawks bring the ball back. Now Fagerlund directing traffic with his left hand. Swings over near side wing to Brunello. Puts it into the near corner for Mitzel. Mitzel looking down low for Young. That shot is a little bit too strong, and the rebound comes down to Eli Jelinek. Jelinek puts it into the corner, and driving baseline there was Harless, and then a whistle down on the far side of the court. Couldn't quite see what happened there, but we'll find out momentarily. Matthew Reap picks up his first personal, and that will be an inbounds pass for Vasquez, triggered into Harless. Harless over to Bowen-Stingle now on the near wing. New shot clock for the Warbirds, 6:05 to go. Vasquez trying to dribble down into the corner, gets it back out to Harless over on the far wing. Harless dribbles in mid-post, in and out, won't go. And Mitzel pulls down the rebound for the Skyhawks. He'll hand it off to Reap in the backcourt. And Reap will bring it over the timeline with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter of play. Fagerlund up top now to Mitzel. Mitzel straight away 21 feet. Thought about the 3, did not pull the trigger. Gets it into the near wing to Brunell. Brunell over to the far wing now to Fagerlund. Fagerlund drives into the lane, puts up the 7-footer up and in. Nice job there
by Caden Fagerlin, the 5'9 junior for Shiloh Christian, who now has 5 points in this game. And it's 40-33, a 7-point lead for the Skyhawks here on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. Harless at the top of the key. Swings it over near wing now for Eli Jelinek. Jelinek up top now to Vasquez. Vasquez puts it back into the hands of Harless. Harless looks down low for Furch. Furch, that shot won't go, and Young will rip it off the boards there for the Skyhawks and put it into the hands of Fagerlin, who will cross the timeline with 5:05 to go here and gets it to number 5, Brunel, who looks down low to 55. Young out to Reap. Now the corner three from Fagerlin is up and in. Kanan Fagerlin hits the triple from the near corner. He has 5 points in the third quarter. He has 8 overall. 43-33 is our score. It's a 10-point lead for the Skyhawks now with 4:44 to go here in the third quarter. Bowenstinkle down low, hook shot over Young, a little too strong, and the Skyhawks pull down the rebound. That was Matthew Reap with the board. Now he'll bring it back for the Skyhawks over the timeline, put it into the hands there of Mitzel at the opposite high post. Trying to work over Vasquez, shot up from the baseline, won't go. Loose ball rebound comes down into the hands of Luke Furch. Furch all the way down, makes a move to the hoop and lays it in off the glass. Nice job there by Luke Furch. That layup puts Luke Furch into double digits with 10 points, and now a timeout on the floor, and we'll take one with him. We're back in 30 seconds here on 103.9 The Truck. We have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel. All right, welcome back. All right, welcome back to the Bismarck Event Center here. Coming out of the timeout on the floor on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard, it's 43-35. 4:11 to go here, third quarter of play. Skyhawks have the ball. It's Reap on the near wing, now up top. Catch and shoot three for Fagerlin, up no good, and a loose ball rebound. We'll go back to the Warbirds. I thought it was last touch by the Warbirds, but the ref had a better look than I did, and he's going to give the ball to the Warbirds. 3:57 to go, third quarter of play, 43-35. Driving down low, I believe that's Jelinek. And no, that was Harless. The shot up no good from the baseline. Rebound comes down to Reap, and back the other way come the Skyhawks. Reap over to Brunel over on the far wing. Brunel looks down low for Young. Young off the low post, kicks it back out top there for Mitzel. Mitzel puts it into the hands of Fagerlin, sets the screen for Mitzel. Hand off to Mitzel. Three-pointer up, no good. Young underneath with the offensive board and the bucket. Macaulay Young with 6 points now. Skyhawk lead is back to 10, 45-35. Furch up top, now it's Jelinek in far wing. Looking up top for Broughton. The Bowenstinkle kicks it outside now. And then dribbling in was Harless. Opposite corner for Broughton. Broughton swings it up top. Harless catch and shoot three. Up and in. That triple gives Wyatt Harless 10 points. 45-38, 2:55 to go here. Third quarter of play. Reap has the ball for the Skyhawks. Near wing now for Fagerlin. A whistle will stop the clock with 2:50 to go. And I believe a foul is coming on Macaulay Young. The foul was away from the ball. I didn't see what happened as I was looking at the player with the ball. But it will be a Warbirds basketball. Reap and Young will get a breather on the bench, and checking in will be Michael Kuhn, the 5'9 junior, Cohen, excuse me. And I didn't see who the other one is. We'll find that out momentarily here. But two players checked in for the Skyhawks. The other one was Josh Lardy, the 6'1 sophomore. Shot up no good, and the loose ball rebound comes down to the Skyhawks. Fagerlin over the timeline around Jelinek, kicks it into the corner, now up top. Brunel, long three, and that one just barely missed. But an offensive board for the Skyhawks into the hands of Fagerlin. Fagerlin up top, Brunel now near wing. That is going to be McCune, and that three is up no good. And Jelinek will come down with the defensive rebound for the Warbirds. Kick it into the corner there. That is driving baseline.
The Warbirds shot was up, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Evan Broughton. That's the one who was driving down low there. 2:04 to go here, third quarter of play on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. It's 45-38. Shiloh Christian has the lead over the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Brunel for the Skyhawks. Straight away, 17-footer, no good. Furch pulls down the defensive board, and he'll bring it back the other way for the Warbirds. He'll pull up to the near wing, stutter step to the right, go left. Spin move now, top of the key, and he lost the ball. It was stolen away by the Skyhawks, and then now a loose ball at the timeline. It's up in the hands of Brunel. Bounce pass there to Fagerlund. That one won't go, and then Furch pulls down the defensive rebound, and I believe the foul is either going to go on Mitzel or Kuhn. Mitzel picks up his second personal. So it'll be an inbounds pass for Wyatt Harless right in front of the Skyhawk bench, and he'll trigger it into the backcourt there to Eli Jelinek as soon as the Skyhawk substitutions are complete. A minute 27 to go. It's 45-38. Skyhawks have the lead over the Warbirds. Looking inside there, and Barton travel. That'll be a turnover, and the Skyhawks will get the ball back. So we reach the 51-minute mark of our broadcast here on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. Back there locally on 103.9 The Truck, I want to thank all the Wyndmere Lidgerwood fans for tuning in, and for all the Skyhawk fans from Bismarck tuning in online. Certainly appreciate that as well. Up top now, that is Cole Walth into the lineup for the Skyhawks. He'll put it into the hands of Kuhn. Kuhn up top to Reap. Reap back over to Walth. Catch and shoot three near wing, just a little bit off the mark. Offensive board underneath. I think that was Lardy, and it was. Josh Lardy and a near steal in the backcourt. But Broughton will bring it over the timeline and hand it off there to Jelinek. Jelinek drives into the lane, and head coach for Shiloh is standing in my way, and I think Mitzel picked up the steal, and now he comes back and lays it in off the glass. So Jaden Mitzel with 16 points now. 49-38. And the Skyhawks putting a lot of defensive pressure here on the Warbirds here in this third quarter of play. Probably a little bit of payback for the Warbirds outscoring the Skyhawks in the second quarter, 16-14. It was 20-15 Skyhawks at the end of the first quarter of play. Warbirds outscored the Skyhawks in the second quarter to pull within three, 34-31 at halftime, advantage Skyhawks. And right now, it's been pretty much all Skyhawks here in the third quarter of play, as they have allowed Wyndmere Lidgerwood to score 7 points in 7 minutes. While the Skyhawks have scored 15. So they've outscored the Warbirds 15-7 here so far in the third quarter with 19.9 seconds to go. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a baseline inbounds pass for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Warbirds pass comes into Harless. Harless, 17 seconds to go. He may have gotten fouled there, but no call. And driving into the lane, and now blocking my vision. I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to find out here. I'm not sure what happened, but it's a Wyndmere Lidgerwood inbounds pass. Probably a Shiloh Christian foul, as I didn't hear the PA announcer with the headset on. There's a baseline jumper up, no good, and the loose ball rebound comes down to the Skyhawks, and then stolen right away by Evan Broughton. Broughton looking down low for Heidkamp. Did the basket count? No, the basket did not count. It's going to be an offensive foul on Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. A nice baseball shot there by Jaden Mitzel from pretty much the full length of the court. It hit the back window, and just not quite the right touch on that to have it go in, but it was a nice attempt at a full court shot. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks leading the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds by the score of 49-38 on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. Back with the fourth quarter here in 30 seconds on 103.9 The Truck.
Since the ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017, we certainly have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel.
All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter of play, and the Skyhawks lead the Warbirds 49-38 on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. 7 points for the Warbirds in that first quarter, 15 for the Skyhawks. And the Skyhawks have the ball to start quarter number 4. Pass down low to Young, and he's going to get fouled by Bowenstengel, and that'll put the Skyhawks at the free throw line for, believe it or not, the first time in this game. The first trip for Shiloh to the Hunter Insurance free throw line comes at the 7:50 mark of the fourth quarter. Macaulay Young will hit the first free throw of the game for the Skyhawks. He has 7 points now. Second free throw is up. Will be up shortly here. Getting ahead of myself here. Now it's up, and it's in. 2 for 2 for Macaulay Young. 2 for 2 for the Skyhawks, and Young has 8 points now. Totaling up numbers there. Pass down low. That's Bowenstengel. Get it to go off the glass. Bowenstengel was held scoreless in the third quarter. Now he has 8 points. He had 6 at halftime for the Warbirds. 51-40, 11-point lead for the Skyhawks. Reap drives in, free throw line jumper, just a little bit too strong. But Young will get the offensive board. One dribble, puts it back up. Front of the rim, won't go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Comes down in favor of the Warbirds. Up court, Vasquez will take the ball. Fakes left, goes right. Dribbles into the corner. Now he'll pick up his dribble and shoot it up top to Luke Furch. Furch back to Vasquez. Now Vasquez down low on the baseline to Bowenstengel. Bowenstengel pivoting around on his left foot. Now he'll put the ball to the floor and hand it off. That is Buchholz. Buchholz back over to Vasquez here on the near wing. 11 on the shot clock. Vasquez for 3, and he got it. Vasquez scoring for the first time since early in the second quarter. And back the other way now, Mitzel to Reap. Looking inside, that's Young. Bowenstengel falls to the floor, no foul called, and then driving into the lane was Fagerlund, but the whistle will blow, and that will be a foul before the shot, so the layup by Fagerlund will not count. And it'll be an inbounds pass for the Skyhawks from the baseline on the far side of the hoop. With 6:28 to go here in the fourth quarter of play on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard, it's 51-43. Skyhawks have the lead. Shot up no good. Loose ball was batted out of bounds, and last touch by ... waiting for it, the Skyhawks. It'll go back to Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. So Bowenstengel will trigger the inbounds pass to Furch. Furch will be guarded in the backcourt by Trey Brunel. Brunel with 12 points. All 4 baskets are three-pointers, and they all came in the first half. He did not score in the third quarter of play. Has not scored so far here in the fourth quarter. Down at the other end, a whistle and a foul, and I believe that was Chance Buchholz. He got the bucket and the and-one opportunity. It'll be the first free throw for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds of the second half of play. They were 4 or 5 in the first half. The 4 makes coming from Luke Furch. The 1 miss coming from Evan Broughton. And now Chance Buchholz steps up to the Hunter Insurance free throw line. He cannot convert on the and-one opportunity. It's 51-45. Warbirds are within 6. Fagerlund over the timeline to Reap. A whistle. Timeout Shiloh Christian. We'll take one with them. Full timeout. 6:01 to go here on the Erickson scoreboard, Tax Service scoreboard. 51-45, and the Shiloh fans are on their feet right behind me. Back in, we'll do a 30-second timeout here on 103.9 The Truck.
Since the ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017, we certainly have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel.
All right, welcome back after the Valley Plains Equipment timeout. Shot up by Fogelin, got rejected by the bottom of the backboard, and back the other way comes Luke Furch. Coast to coast off the glass and in. 51-47. Warbirds are within 4. Brunel looking down low for Young. Young turns around, a whistle. I believe he was fouled in the act of shooting. And that will indeed be the case. So Macaulay Young will step up to the Hunter Insurance free throw line. As we reach the 1 hour mark of our broadcast, brings us to 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter of play. 52-47 on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard as the free throw from Macaulay Young is up and in. He is 3 for 3 in this game, and now he is 4 of 4. Both free throws good for Macaulay Young, the 6'9" junior from Shiloh Christian. 5:22 to go and a steal. That is Matthew Reap, one-on-one with Wyatt Harless, and Reap wins the battle. He lays it in off the glass. Reap has 5 points now. 55-47. The lead's been extended back to 8. Vasquez, top of the key, dribbles around a couple defenders and lost the ball. Battle for it on the ground. They'll call a jump ball, maybe no call yet. Now it is a jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor Wyndmere Lidgerwood. So the Warbirds will inbound it. Free throw line extended far side from the sideline. Inbounds pass comes to Bowenstengel. Bowenstengel hands it off there to Harless. Thought about the three, back to Bowenstengel, far wing. He dribbles into the free throw line. Bounce pass intended for Furch, out of bounds. Turnover Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Back to the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. The basketball will go. Skyhawks lead 55-47, 4:50 to go, fourth quarter of play. So reached the 1 hour, 2 minute mark of our broadcast. So the Warbird fans listening on 103.9 The Truck, back in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area, thank you very much. All the Skyhawks fans listening online, we thank you for listening to the broadcast as well. There's Macaulay Young, and he will get the bucket up and in out of the paint. 12 points for Macaulay Young, 6 through the first 3 quarters of play, 6 here in the fourth quarter. Warbirds have the ball. Luke Furch across the lane pass there to Bowenstengel, up and in. And that bucket gives Bowenstengel 10 points. Now Fogelin has the ball. His team leads 57-49. Reap looking down low for Young. Young, turnaround in the paint, got it. 8 points in the fourth quarter for Macaulay Young, and now Luke Furch looking inside, nearly lost the ball. Vasquez picks up the loose ball, puts it in the hands of Harless. Harless back up top to Furch. 21 on the shot clock, 3:47 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Vasquez on the near wing, looking inside. Wyatt Harless, reverse layup, up and in. And a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take one with them. Back in 60 here on 103.9 The Truck.
The ND Sports Channel has done over 75 sports broadcasts, and all those games are available to listen to again on the ND Sports Channel show reel. Follow the ND Sports Channel on mixlr.com and be alerted on your mobile device and by email each and every time a game is happening on the ND Sports Channel. Find that game featuring your son or daughter 24 hours a day on the ND Sports Channel show reel. Just go to mixlr.com/ND Sports Channel and then click on the show reel tab on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. You can like and follow the ND Sports Channel on Facebook and Twitter too. Facebook.com facebook.com/ND Sports Channel or on Twitter @ND Sports Channel. Stay up to date on our game schedules and other announcements throughout the year on our social media platform. And a website is coming soon. For more information on ND Sports Channel or to become one of our great appreciated sponsors, email or call today, ndsportschannel@gmail.com or 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel.
All right, welcome back. 59-51. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go on a steal by Bowenstengel. Bowenstengel to Broughton up to Jelinek. Jelinek will bring it over the timeline. Warbirds trail by 8. Broughton, or check that, Harless. Shot up no good. Loose ball rebound comes down to Young. Young will give it to Reap in the backcourt. Now the Warbirds put pressure in the backcourt defensively. Skyhawks get it over the timeline. Fogelin runs into a double team. Bounce pass over to Reap. Reap to Mitzel at the free throw line. Tries to get around Bowenstengel. Fakes Bowenstengel into going into the lane. And then his shot up no good, and Macaulay Young now with 10 points in the fourth quarter. 16 overall for Macaulay Young. It's back to a 10-point lead for the Skyhawks. 61-51, and I have to give credit to the Skyhawk fans. After a disappointing loss to Bishop Ryan in the quarterfinals last night, they have packed this house like it's a championship game. (61-51), 2:30 to go. Skyhawks have the ball, full court pressure by the Warbirds. Still in the backcourt. Back and forth passes between Reap and Fogelin. Now Fogelin will get it to Young here in the near corner. He'll put up the near baseline jumper up and in from 17 feet. 63-51. 2:07 to go here, fourth quarter of play. Bowenstengel looks inside. He was fouled. That was Broughton, I believe, driving into the lane, and it was. And Broughton was fouled by one of the Skyhawks down the far end of this court. Macaulay Young picks up the personal foul. And the free throw by Evan Broughton is up and in. First free throw of the second half for the Warbirds comes at the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter of play. Second free throw is also up and in. 6 points for Evan Broughton. He's 2 of 3 overall from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. And as we reach the 1 hour, 7-minute mark of our broadcast, we have another timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on 103.9 The Truck.
Since the ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017, we certainly have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota high school, since the ND Sports Channel launched in...
All right, welcome back. 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter of play. Skyhawks have the ball and a 10-point lead. 63-53 on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard. Fogelin for the Skyhawks up top. Drives in, high post, kicks it out to Brunel. Brunel now near side wing to Reap, back to Brunel up top. Brunel being guarded by Harless. Over to Reap. Reap looking inside for Young. Young pops it back out. Fogelin for 3. In and out won't go. Rebound by Mitzel, and Mitzel puts it in off the offensive board. And now Shiloh Christian takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here and thank a few of our sponsors, including Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Paul's Electric in Wyndmere, the Ringneck in Leonard, Cass Rural Water District with 13 locations, Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative of Milner, the Black Pelican Grill and Motel in Wyndmere, Hankinson Drug, Julie's Pharmacy, and Home Decor of Lidgerwood, and the Cash Counter Reporter, just a few of our many sponsors here for tonight's, or I should say this afternoon's, consolation semifinal matchup for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds facing off against the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. And on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard, it is 65-53. The Skyhawks have a comfortable 12-point lead. I had to do the math there for a second. Harless will put up a three. That's up and in, and the 12-point lead is now a single-digit lead off the three-pointer by Wyatt Harless, and we have another timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here, though. This timeout taken by Wyndmere Lidgerwood. I want to thank a few of our sponsors again, including the Cass County Reporter, Hankinson Drug, Julie's Pharmacy, and Home Decor of Lidgerwood, the Black Pelican Grill and Motel in Wyndmere, Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative of Milner, Cass Rural Water District with 13 locations, the Ringneck and Leonard, Paul's Electric in Wyndmere, Otter Tail Power Company, and Minn Kota Ag Products. Want to thank everybody once again for listening on 103.9 The Truck back in the Fargo-Moorhead area there, for all the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbird fans listening, and for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks fans listening online to today's game. We certainly appreciate that. Wyndmere Lidgerwood fans will have their game tomorrow against an opponent yet to be determined and a time yet to be determined tomorrow on 103.9 The Truck. For the Shiloh Christian Skyhawk fans listening, we'll have your game tomorrow against an undetermined opponent on the ND Sports Channel at an undetermined time tomorrow as well. So stay tuned to Twitter for the updates on that if you're a Shiloh Christian Skyhawk fan. Harless gives it up to Vasquez. Now looking down low, that's Evan Broughton. Broughton turnaround, he got blocked by Macaulay Young. And the block shot goes into the hands of Reap. And now pressure in the backcourt. The baseball pass intercepted by Vasquez. He saves it into the hands of Broughton. Three-pointer up and missed it. That was Harless. And now a rebound and a fight for the rebound. And now a timeout will be called by Shiloh Christian. As Macaulay Young came down with the rebound, he got pressured by about all five Warbirds on the floor. And Macaulay Young was pivoting around, and his coach wanted to make sure he didn't travel. And so Shiloh Christian calls the timeout to preserve the possession. We'll keep it right here. If you missed some of the games yesterday, Wyndmere Lidgerwood and Shiloh Christian arrived into the game that they're playing in right now. In the first quarterfinal game, Wyndmere Lidgerwood would fall to St. John's 62-47. And Shiloh Christian would fall to Bishop Ryan by 7 points, 60-53 in the second quarterfinal round game yesterday. In the night quarterfinal round games, the defending state champions, after falling 8-0 early in the first quarter, come back and knock off the Beulah Miners 55-50. So Hillsborough Central Valley is one step closer to returning to the state championship game for back-to-back years. They will face Carrington, who knocked off Stanley 63-59, a game that Stanley had in hand until they took some ill-advised shots in the fourth quarter. Wyatt Hansen for the Stanley Blue Jays had a slam dunk at to end the first quarter of play for the Stanley Blue Jays. So Stanley will play Beulah in the second quarterfinal consolation semifinal game, which will follow the conclusion of this game at approximately 2:45. There are some radio stations here covering that Beulah-Stanley game if that game interests you, but I'm not sure what radio stations that is. If I knew, I would tell you, but I don't know. What I can tell you is we'll not be here on 103.9 The Truck. That's what I can tell you for sure. 65-56, Skyhawks lead with 44 seconds to go, and now a foul. It's either on Broughton or Jelinek, one of the two. It'll send Kanan Fagerlund to the Hunter Insurance free throw line. Team foul number 7, so a 1-and-1 bonus now for the Skyhawks for the remainder of this game. Fogland, Hunter Insurance free throw line, up and no good. He missed the first one, so he'll not get a second attempt. He has 8 points right now. Here comes Vasquez, puts up a 3. That one won't go. Loose ball rebound will head out of bounds. Last touch by the Skyhawks. He'll stay with the Warbirds, stopping the clock with 34.8. So with 34.8 seconds to go, that'll shut the shot clock off for the remainder of this game. And Shiloh Christian, barring a big comeback here by Wyndmere Lidgerwood, will face the winner of Beulah and Stanley in the 5th place game tomorrow at about 2:45, and we'll have that game for you on the ND Sports channel for you Shiloh Christian Skyhawk fans listening. For Wyndmere Lidgerwood, they'll play in the 7th place game against the loser of Stanley and Beulah, and we'll have that 7th place game for Wyndmere Lidgerwood on 103.9 The Truck tomorrow at approximately 1 p.m. with a 12:55 p.m. pregame due to some daytime programming that we have to commit to on 103.9 The Truck. Offensive rebound there off a missed shot. There was about 4 offensive boards for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and the head coach for Shiloh Christian, Brad Miller, said that's enough. They don't need about 8 offensive boards. Macaulay Young, get in there and grab the defensive board, and that's exactly what happened. Macaulay Young will check into the lineup for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, who lead 65-56, make it 65-57 as Evan Broughton puts in the free throw on the Erickson's tax service scoreboard. Second free throw by Broughton, up no good, and Reap will pull down the defensive rebound. He will get fouled in the backcourt. As I looked down for a split second, I did not see which one got the foul. Evan Broughton picks up the foul. That's team foul number 8 on the Skyhawks, or on the Warbirds, excuse me. And at the free throw line for the Skyhawks is Matthew Reap, and he'll miss the 1-and-1 opportunity. There were no Skyhawks down there for the rebound, so with 3 seconds to go, Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Luke Furch will put up a long 3, and that one won't go. And the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks defeat the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Your final score, 65-57. We'll add up some numbers, and we'll come back with your post-game show in 4 minutes here on 103.9 The Truck.
The ND Sports Channel is your online home for high school sports. The ND Sports Channel covers more North Dakota high school sporting events featuring both Class A and Class B schools than any other online or on-air radio station. The ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017 with girls high school volleyball. Now, the ND Sports Channel is also your online home for boys and girls high school basketball, boys high school baseball, girls high school softball, boys and girls high school soccer, boys high school football, and boys and girls high school hockey. This is made possible by our amazing sponsors, and you can be on our team roster here at the ND Sports Channel. To find out how you can be a sponsor partner with the ND Sports Channel, contact us. Email us at the email address ndsportschannel@gmail.com or give us a call, 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. We are also on Facebook and Twitter. Website is coming soon. At the ND Sports Channel, we are always looking for ways to improve our broadcast. Also, don't forget that all of our ND Sports Channel broadcasts can be replayed on the ND Sports Channel show reel. It's ND Sports Online on the ND Sports Channel, powered by MixLR. Download the MixLR mobile app on your phone or mobile device, then follow the ND Sports Channel and be alerted every time a game is on the air. Regular season, postseason, and state championships. If it's North Dakota high school sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel. More of the game is directly ahead. Thanks for listening to North Dakota high school sports on the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss your son's 45-yard touchdown catch or your daughter's center field home run because the radio station was still on a commercial break? The average basketball broadcast is 75 minutes, so you'll never hear 40 minutes of commercials during a basketball game on the ND Sports Channel. We cap our airtime on commercials per sport so we can focus on the game being played and deliver to you every single play that happens on the field, the court, or the ice here on the ND Sports Channel. As a result, our sponsors get the most exposure at a very inexpensive rate, and with multiple sponsors sponsorship packages available, you have the option to save even more money. We would love to have you as a member on our team, and roster space is limited, so contact the ND Sports Channel today. Shoot us an email, ndsportschannel@gmail.com, or call us at 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota High School sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel, powered by MixLR.com at MixLR.com/ND Sports Channel. The ND Sports Channel has done over 75 sports broadcasts, and all those games are available to listen to again on the ND Sports Channel show reel. Follow the ND Sports Channel on MixLR.com and be alerted on your mobile device and by email each and every time a game is happening on the ND Sports Channel. Find that game featuring your son or daughter 24 hours a day on the ND Sports Channel show reel. Just go to MixLR.com/ND Sports Channel and then click on the show reel tab on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. You can like and follow the ND Sports Channel on Facebook and Twitter too. Facebook.com/ND Sports Channel or on Twitter @ND Sports Channel. Stay up to date on our game schedules and other announcements throughout the year on our social media platform. And a website is coming soon. For more information on the ND Sports Channel or to become one of our great appreciated sponsors, email or call today, ndsportschannel@gmail.com or 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota High School sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel. Since the ND Sports Channel launched in October 2017, we certainly have had our ups and downs, but we continually strive to improve the listening experience with each game on the ND Sports Channel. We have made several equipment and software upgrades, and now the days of buffering and being bounced off the air in the middle of a game are extinct. We have had a 100% broadcast success rate since January 2018, and because of that success, we are now prepared to bring you even more high school sports. All your favorites like basketball, football, baseball, and hockey, but now even more sports like girls volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and girls hockey. If it's North Dakota High School sports, it's on the ND Sports.
All right, welcome back to the Bismarck Event Center here. Final score, Shiloh Christian defeats the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 65-57. That will put Shiloh Christian in the 5th place game tomorrow, and they will take on either Beulah or Stanley. The winner of the Beulah-Stanley game will face the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks tomorrow at 2:45 for the 5th place game. And for the Skyhawk fans listening online, we'll have that game for you on the ND Sports Channel with a pregame starting sometime after the Wyndmere Lidgerwood game, which we'll have on 103.9 The Truck. And that will start at 1 o'clock tomorrow on 103.9 The Truck, and Wyndmere Lidgerwood will take on the loser of the Beulah-Stanley game. And we'll have I mentioned earlier that our pregame would be at 12:55 for that 1 o'clock game tomorrow, but I forgot that tomorrow is Saturday, and we don't have the programming that we have Monday through Friday on Saturday. So we will go on the air at 12:45 for your pregame show between the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds and either Beulah Miners or the Stanley Blue Jays, one of those two teams. And then the winner of that Beulah-Stanley game will go on to the 5th place game to take on Shiloh Christian. We'll have the Skyhawk game for you on the ND Sports Channel, and you can listen online at the same link you've listened to the past couple days. And thank you so much for listening to all the Skyhawk fans listening online. We certainly appreciate that. It was 20-15. Skyhawks led at the end of the first quarter of play. Wyndmere Lidgerwood would outscore the Skyhawks 16-14 in the second quarter of play. Warbirds would get outscored in the third quarter by the Skyhawks 15-7. And then the Warbirds would outscore the Skyhawks once again in the fourth quarter 19-16, but it wasn't enough to close the gap as Shiloh Christian defeats the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 65-57. Warbirds were 2-2 in the first quarter, 2-3 in the second quarter, no attempts in the third quarter, and 3 of 4 in the fourth quarter of play from the Hunter Insurance free throw line, making them 7 of 10 overall, or 70% from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. From the Hunter Insurance free throw line in this game. The Shiloh Christian Skyhawks had no attempts in the first, no attempts in the second, no attempts in the third, and they went, let's see here, I forgot to add it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of 6 in the fourth quarter of play, making them 67% overall in the game from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. Individual numbers will start with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Kanan Fagerlund, 3 of 7 shooting, 2 of 5 from beyond the three-point arc, 0 of 1 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. 8 points, 1 rebound on the offensive glass, 1 of 2 from beyond the three-point arc, 0 of 1 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. 5 points, 7 defensive rebounds for 7 rebounds total, 1 personal foul, 6 assists. Turned the ball over once, had 3 steals, played for 28 minutes and 41 seconds. Michael Kuhn, I'll get it right. I apologize once again. Michael Kuhn, 0 for 2 shooting, had 2 personal fouls, 1 assist and 2 steals, turned the ball over once. Played for 8 minutes and 38 seconds. Cole Wolf, 0 of 1 shooting, no points, 1 defensive rebound. Let's see here. Turned the ball over once, played for 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Trey Brunell, 4 of 8 shooting, 7 of those 8 attempts coming from beyond the three-point arc, and he was 4 of 7 from three-point land. End of the night with 12 points, scored all 12 of those in the first half of play. Had 2 defensive rebounds for 2 rebounds total. 1 personal foul, 1 assist, turned the ball over twice, and played for 29 minutes and 26 seconds. Josh Kuzler, Jonas Mitchell, because of injury, did not play. Billy Nels, JT Largo, and Isaac Johnson did not play. Josh Lardy played for 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Shot 2 of 3 for 4 points, 1 offensive, 2 defensive rebounds for 3 rebounds total. 1 personal foul. Turned the ball over once, played 10 minutes, 4 seconds. Josh Koling did not play in the game. He played for a little bit yesterday, but did not play today. Jaden Mitzel played for 32 minutes. Shot 8 of 14 from the floor, including 2 of 3 from beyond the three-point arc. 18 points overall. 3 offensive boards, 4 defensive rebounds for 7 rebounds total. 3 personal fouls, 3 assists, turned the ball over once, and played for 32 minutes. Evan Baker did not play in the game. Macaulay Young, 7 of 13 shooting overall, 4 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line for 18 points, 5 offensive and 4 defensive boards. 9 rebounds total, 4 personal fouls, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and had 2 block shots and 2 steals. Played a total of 21 minutes and 32 seconds. Individual numbers for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Luke Furch, 4 of 10 shooting, 0 of 1 from beyond the three-point arc, including a perfect 4 of 4 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. For 12 points, 2 boards on the offensive glass, 4 on the defensive glass, for 6 rebounds total. 2 personal fouls, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal. Played for 29 minutes and 26 seconds. Eli Jelinek, 2 of 5 shooting overall. 0 of 2 from beyond the three-point arc. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 offensive, 3 defensive, 4 personal fouls, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal. Played for 24 minutes and 14 seconds. Broden Froelich did not play. Connor Barton played for 5 minutes and 25 seconds, had no points, no stats other than turning the ball over once. Preston Bowenstengel did not play. Evan Broughton, 2 of 4 shooting, 3 of 5 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line for 7 points, 2 offensive glass rebounds, 4 defensive glass rebounds for a total of 6 rebounds overall. 1 personal foul. And let's see here. I lost my place as I looked down for a split second. Okay, so 1 personal foul for Evan Broughton, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, played for 17 minutes, 18 seconds. Wyatt Harless, 6 of 20 shooting, including 3 of 9 from beyond the three-point arc. No free throw attempts for 15 points total. 3 offensive rebounds for 3 rebounds total. 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Played for 27 minutes, 37 seconds. Brandon Peterman did not play in the game. Chance Buchholz, 1 of 2 shooting, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 2 points. 1 defensive rebound, one rebound total, and played for 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Aaron Bowenstengel, 5 of 10 shooting, 0 of 1 from beyond the three-point arc for 10 points. He had 7 rebounds, 3 offensive, 4 defensive, 3 personal fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block shot, and 3 steals, and played for 23 minutes and 10 seconds. Ishmael Vasquez, 2 of 5 shooting for 1 of 4 from beyond the 3-point arc, 5 points. Let's try that over again here because I kind of worded that weirdly there. I apologize. Ishmael Vasquez, 2 of 5 shooting, is 1 of 4 from beyond the 3-point arc, 5 points for a total of 5 points. There we go. Now it doesn't sound strange. 2 offensive rebounds, 1 defensive rebounds for 3 total. He had 1 personal foul, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Played for 19 minutes and 9 seconds. Kelly Heidkamp, 1 of 1 shooting for 2 points, 1 defensive rebound for 1 total. Had turned the ball over twice and played 6 minutes and 56 seconds. That wraps up your individual numbers for the Skyhawks and the Warbirds. Team numbers for the Skyhawks in the game, they were 26 of 53 shooting overall. That's 9 of 20 from beyond the 3-point arc, 4 of 6 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line, making them 49% from the field, 45% from the 3-point line, and 67% from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. They scored 65 points and had a total of 30 rebounds. 10 of those 30 were on the offensive glass, the other 20 on the defensive glass. 14 personal fouls, 15 assists, 12 turnovers, 2 block shots, and 7 steals for the Skyhawks. For the Warbirds, they shot 23 of 57 from the floor, 4 of 17 from beyond the 3-point arc, 7 of 10 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line, making them 40% shooting in the game, 23% shooting from beyond the 3-point arc, and 70% from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. They would score 57 points and grab 35 rebounds. 16 of the 35 were on the offensive glass. The other 19 were on the defensive glass. They had 11 personal fouls, 13 assists, 12 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 9 steals. And that wraps up your team numbers for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Once again, your final score on the Erickson Tax Service scoreboard: Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 65, Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 57. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll pick a player of the game and get you set for the rest of tonight's action and tomorrow's action, and then we'll wrap things up here on our post-game show from the Bismarck Event Center, and we'll do that in 60 seconds here on 103.9 The Truck. Did you miss your son's 45-yard touchdown catch or your daughter's center field home run because the radio station was still on a commercial break? The average basketball broadcast is 75 minutes, so you'll never hear 40 minutes of commercials during a basketball game on the ND Sports Channel. We cap our airtime on commercials per sport so we can focus on the game being played and deliver to you every single play that happens on the field, the court, or the ice here on the ND Sports Channel. As a result, our sponsors get the most exposure at a very inexpensive rate, and with multiple sponsorship packages available, you have the option to save even more money. We would love to have you as a member on our team, and roster space is limited, so contact the ND Sports Channel today. Shoot us an email, ndsportschannel@gmail.com, or call us at 701-404-9072. That's 701-404-9072. If it's North Dakota High School sports, it's on the ND Sports Channel, powered by mixlr.com at mixlr.com/ND Sports Channel. All right, welcome back to the final segment of our post-game show here on 103.9 The Truck. Certainly appreciate all the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbird fans who tuned in for today's game, and for the Shiloh Christian fans who tuned in online to listen, and certainly appreciate that as well. Once again, the final score: Shiloh Christian defeats Wyndmere Lidgerwood 65-57. Time now to select a player of the game, and then we'll look at the action from later today. And then we'll also take a final look at tomorrow's action before we wrap things up here from the Bismarck Event Center here on 103.9 The Truck. Player of the game for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, we're going to go with Macaulay Young. He shared the leading scoring honors with Jaden Mitzel, who both scored 18 in the game. Macaulay Young off his 18 points, 7 of 13 shooting overall, perfect 4 of 4 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. He had 5 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds for 9 rebounds total, 4 personal fouls, 2 assists, turned the ball over only once, had 2 blocked shots and 2 steals.
played for 21 minutes and 32 seconds. Macaulay Young, the 6'9" junior from Shiloh Christian, your player of the game for the Skyhawks. And for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, we're going to go with Luke Furch. He played for 29 minutes and 26 seconds. He was 4 of 10 shooting, 0 of 1 from the three-point line, but a perfect 4 of 4 from the Hunter Insurance free throw line. He would end the night with 12 points. That was the second most leading scorer, right behind Wyatt Harless, who had 15 for the Warbirds. He had 6 rebounds, 4 on the defensive glass, 2 on the offensive glass, 2 personal fouls, and 3 assists and 1 steal. That is pretty much what wrapped up the player of the game honors for Luke Furch, was those 3 assists and the steal, because it was a coin flip between him and 2 other players, and that was probably the stat category that impressed us the most during the game for Luke Furch, which is why he wins player of the game honors for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. That's going to wrap up your team and individual numbers here, along with your player of the game. Once again, Macaulay Young and Luke Furch for the Skyhawks and Warbirds, respectively, your players of the game. So that sets up tomorrow's action. We'll get to that in a little bit. Coming up later today, Beulah Miners and the Stanley Blue Jays. They're on the floor right now warming up, and they will have their game will tip off here in about 11 minutes. And there are a couple stations here, but I'm not sure which ones are broadcasting that game. Let me see if I can take a look down there. No, I cannot get any confirmation on what station that is. So if that game interests you, they are being broadcasted on the radio. You'll have to do a Twitter or Google or Facebook search to see if your local radio station is covering that game, if that interests you. And then tonight on WDAY, and I'm sure a few radio stations around the state as well, semifinal action at 6:30 p.m. between the St. John Woodchucks and the Bishop Ryan Lions. Bishop Ryan out of Minot and St. John out of St. John. St. John, the 2 seed, Bishop Ryan, the 3 seed in the tournament. That's your first semifinal game tonight at 6:30. And then the nightcap, well, the defending state champions and the number 1 seed, Hillsborough Central Valley Burros, taking on the number 5 seed, Carrington Cardinals, in the 8:15 semifinal game tonight. Once again, both of those games will be on TV on WDAY. If you have an over-the-air antenna, that's channel 6-1. If you have Mid-Continent or Direct TV or Dish TV, you want to check your local listings for the channel number for WDAY in your area. And once again, WDAY on 6-1's in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Check your local listings if you're in Bismarck or some other part of the state for your ABC affiliate there where you live. And then tomorrow's action, we'll have the 7th place game between the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds and either the Beulah Miners or the Stanley Blue Jays. And we'll tip off is at 1 o'clock. Our pregame will be at 12:45 here on 103.9 The Truck. And then on the ND Sports Channel tomorrow for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawk fans, we'll have your 5th place game against either the Beulah Miners or the Stanley Blue Jays at about 2:45 is the scheduled tip-off. Pre-game will be at about 2:35, depending on what time the Wyndmere Lidgerwood game ends at 1 o'clock. So stay tuned to Twitter and stay tuned to your Shiloh Christian Twitter feed as well to find out the time on when that broadcast will start for the Skyhawk fans listening. That's going to wrap up our broadcast here on 103.9 The Truck and the ND Sports Channel. Once again, I want to thank everybody listening. Final score, 65-57. Skyhawks defeat the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. We'll talk to you again at 12:45 tomorrow on 103.9 The Truck and about 2:35 tomorrow on the ND Sports Channel here from the Bismarck Event Center tomorrow to wrap up the state tournament. And thanks for listening once again. If you're driving home, whether it's back to wherever your home is or to a local hotel here in Fargo, make sure you put on your seatbelt, put the mobile devices in a spot where they will not distract you, and get home fans listening. Thank you very much. Final score once again, 65-57. Shiloh Christian defeats Wyndmere Lidgerwood. For Jeremy in our studio and all of our sponsors, you'll hear that list in just a moment. Thanks for listening and have a great rest of the day.